welcome back to another episode of NFT Artist Spotlight, hosted by AstroZero. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.
We got Blue Chimps here. They're doing something that not too many projects I've seen are even thinking about, where they're doing like a multi-community aspect where they're bringing in other projects along with them and promoting people and their projects, and just a really cool atmosphere. They have a really cool show, or I guess podcast. I don't even know how you would describe it, but they have a chimp tank element to their NFT project where they're kind of onboarding other artists. And we're going to talk about that today, talk about their NFT project. And welcome, guys. Can you tell us a little bit about yourselves? What got you into NFTs, and what made you think about starting up this project?
Sure, Jim. Thank you again. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah, thanks for having us on AstroZero Elon One. We really appreciate it. So the Blue Chimps, my name is TJ Esposito. I'm actually fully doxxed. I'm with Blue Chimps. I'm the, I guess, community manager. I'm not sure what they call me. I'm not sure. Like the apartment manager, that's me. Like I got to hold down the.
You're in the room or not?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to hold down the jungle. It's a busy place, but at any rate, Blue Chimps is it's a community project. It's a community that builds other communities. We're small but mighty. We initially had 1,000 Blue Chimps for mint. It was always meant to be a very small, tight-knit community. We didn't quite reach 1,000, but we got about a third way there, and which is just fine. Blue Chimps has been just an amazing community. We have some of the best people in the NFT community, in my opinion, the best people. Every day we're on community calls. We do AMAs where we bring up small creators from the space, people who are facing that 50,000 foot wall, trying to break through with their art or whatever it is that they're doing in the NFT space, and they just need a hand. So that's what Blue Chimps do. We get behind those guys. A part of the what's the upside for us is some of these projects we ape in, and we get an NFT for everybody that holds a Blue Chimp. So it's a small ask for a big favor. We do a lot, whether it's helping them build their Discord, helping them build their community. We sometimes they need financial help. I think we delivered $15,000. We delivered $15,000 to Minting Miracles, a project ran by young investor, a very talented, bright young man who in the NFT space who's doing a nonprofit NFT project. So lots of different projects. We have obviously Chronic Cats. We love cats. We have the Real Cats, Minting Miracles, working with the Challenge Coin NFT, onboarding first responders, connecting warriors to the space. A lot of really, really cool projects that we're getting behind, and it seems to be very positive and an extremely successful model. It's just, it's kind of filling such a big gap, a big need, something very positive in the space. And Blue Chimps so far has been a very, very positive experience.
So, can you explain to us how it actually works when somebody purchases one of your Blue Chimps? How does it work with these other projects that are collaborating or that you're promoting for the holder? Do they get airdropped a different project each month? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so generally, like November, we extended our mint for about a week. We had some major technical difficulties. Obviously, story of my life. I don't know what it is, but I guess I'm lucky. But the projects we get in with them, and they need things. People need things like the NFT space as a whole is very convoluted. A lot of projects, a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of creators trying to make their dreams happen. Like they're launching an NFT project, they want to do all this good stuff, and boom, there's a big wall right in front of them. Whether it's money for marketing or building a community. The ability to get up and talk in public, in Twitter Spaces. I mean, that alone is so tough, right? So, just opening those doors, maybe like leveling the playing field for them. So what happens is when we get in a project, say for instance, Chronic Cats is a great example. Chronic Cats were, helping him build his community, getting behind him. All the chimps are all in with him. And so they'll have a pre-sale party where, all the chimps will take a snapshot, and then all the chimps can go and mint one of those, I believe, on AstroZero with no gas fees on the house. And then and in return, and by the way, blue chimps, they're not just going to settle for one. These guys are crazy apes, dude. Like the most savage NFT collectors. They like Samson. We call him the maintenance man. Like he wants to ape into everything every day. So we got some super cool savage apes who love to collect NFTs.
So how did the process work where you decided that Chronic Cats or Real Cats or the Champion Coin project? How did you decide that these were the projects that you wanted to work with?
So essentially, when we first started, we had 4 lined out, and that was the Challenge Coin, the Real Cats. It was the Challenge Coin, the Real Cats, the Little Rugs, and I believe I might be missing one right off the top. We had those deals worked out when we first started. So we came in with 4. We're promising 12 free NFTs over the next year. So we had those 4 worked out on day 1 just to kind of make sure we're covered for a few months while we get this thing kickstarted. Now what we do is like Minting Miracles, Chronic Cats, we have a show called Chimp Tank where we have small creators come up and we give them an hour space to talk about their project. We get a peek under the hood, kind of get to know the creator. And then at the end of the month, we have 3 that come back and kind of, we call it the showdown. So they'll be able to duke it out, and then we can make a deal with them right there on the show. But in regards to Chronic Cats, during creating Blue Chimps, actually Chronic Cats was a predetermined. He was the 4th one we predetermined. We saw what he was doing. When we first started building. We started out Blue Chimps over in the BSC space. We always knew from day one, if the chimps are going to be a small group but make a big impact, we need really, really good apes, like top level, hardest workers, best shillers. And that's in the BSC space. You find those guys just dedication. Like that's who we wanted to bring with us in the Blue Chimp team from day 1. So we effectively recruited dozens of people from the BSE space over into the NFT space, which was our plan all along. And trust me, it wasn't easy. It was really tough to get those guys over and airdrop them and do all that, but definitely worth it. It really paid off for us. We have some of the most dedicated people with us. So, but we met Dustin, we met his family, we saw what he was doing, and it was like, it was like a truck hit you right in the face. Like, this is what we're doing. These are the guys that we need to be helping. Guys like Dustin and Chronic Cats, such talent, hardworking man, family business. Like it was everything. Like when we thought of this, it was like, boom, this is the guy who we want to get behind. Like it was so obvious, I guess. So that's how we got together with Chronic Cats, and every day I'm like, bro, what do you need us to do? Like we got to be able to do something for you. He's like, look, they're just the nicest guys, so he's just like, help me shill, man, help me push. We're like, let's go, so really, really great family, proud to be with them, and thankful for Chronic Cats for sure.
Yeah, I got to tell you, when we first, I do these AMAs Monday through Friday, and it takes a lot of work. And when we first started doing these, we were doing them on our Telegram, and I was just finding people through Reddit. I really we didn't expect it to become what it became, and we had a person cancel on us like 30 minutes prior, and Dustin stepped up and he's like, "I'll do it. I don't care." And it was very impromptu, but he's really become like a big part of the family with us, and really, like you're right, he's a really great guy, very knowledgeable, super hard worker, and it's nice to know that you guys see the recognition and you give him the recognition that he deserves. And yeah, super psyched for his project that's going to be released, and these other projects that you're going to have being released too. I'm really really amped up on it. So coming to the Chimp Tank. Now, does this work similar to the show Shark Tank, where um, you would offer them, like, let's say, funds, and then you would get a percentage of their project?
Yeah, so not so much a percentage. So I'll use Minting Miracles as a good example. Minting Miracles is a project where most of the funds that he raises in his mint, obviously he's taking care of all of his business that he has to do, and dealing with an NFT project. But the majority of his mint is going to go to nonprofit, right? It's the artwork is fantastic. Check it out. It's Minting Miracles. That'll be around December 20th. You'll be able to get one with a blue chimp. But it will go to public mint on the 22nd. So this guy, he's 13 years old, young investor. You probably heard of him. He's very successful young man in the NFT space. He's part of a group of other youth in the space called Millionaires by 18. So we saw these guys and we're like, you know what, this is actually a great project. This is something that we could get behind, make an impact with what we're doing, and help people at the same time. So he needed. I think he originally was going to mint 2,500. So we made a deal. He needed he needed money to launch. He essentially needed some cash to get started. So I think we raised, I don't know, Maniac or Hershey. It was maybe one day. We raised about $15,000 in one day through the Blue Chimp community, and we delivered it to him. And I think what he did is he just moved his men up to 3,000. Pretty easy deal. Blue Chimps are going to get about 278 of those, and that's pretty much it. Like, we don't get a percentage of his mint, anything like that. No money back. It's like we're just aping into NFTs. We're like, yeah, we'll help you out. We just want some NFTs for our people, and whatever you need, we got you. It's a pretty easy, basic deal.
So when you do these Chimp Tanks, where do you do it? Do you do it on Spaces, or do you do it on your Discord?
Yeah, we do. So we do a daily meeting on our Discord. All the chimp holders get in. We have, 15 to 20 people practically every single day just doing business with the community. Again, this is a very community oriented project, very tight knit, so really easy to communicate. It's very, very well oiled machine so far. It's so new, but it's just like running like a champ. But yeah, we do it on Spaces every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll have different projects on. I think today we have the Pixelsaurus project. Friday we have Kimbo Slice Jr., the actual Kimbo Slice. You've probably seen the videos. Like, one of the most savage guys that ever walked the planet. Like, his son he has a NFT project, so we're going to talk to him on Friday. And essentially, we get on, we ask them some questions. All the chimps show up, and we bring them up, give them the whole hour to talk about their project, and then around at the end we open it up for more projects to come, and so we can hear from them and kind of schedule them for their own hour. So it's a pretty good system. Usually a couple of hours on the Spaces, but every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's kind of how it goes down.
All right.
And sorry, I didn't mean to cut in there, but I think one of the things that, if you guys can hear me okay, I think one of the things that makes everything just kind of run really well and make everything work really well together is, we have a kind of a vested interest in these projects because we're holding their NFTs, and we're pretty much all diamond hands. I mean, I know I collect a lot of NFTs. I haven't ever sold an NFT at this point. Not that I won't ever, but we're not looking for paper hands, people just to get in and hold the blue chimp for a short period of time. So we're getting behind these projects. We've got skin in the game. and we're going to support them even after minting. I mean, we're certainly not going to take the NFT and disappear because the value of that NFT is important to us because we're holding it in our own portfolios. And so, I think that's one of the things that kind of align our interests together with these projects that we're backing is, we've got skin in the game. We ultimately have vested interest and we want them to be successful. And in turn, the more successful they are, the more successful we are as well.
Yeah, I think at least twice a day when we have our daily meetings, like that's the pep talk. All right, guys, let's go. The better these guys do, the better we do. Let's get behind our guys. So right now we're pushing Chronic Cats and Minting Miracles in December. Again, the better they do, the better we do. We have a vested interest in making sure those projects go to the moon. And again, Blue Chimps, and we said it before, we said it again, this project isn't for everybody. I mean, I think we're about 4 chimps away from a 1 ETH floor. There's a couple still available on the secondary market on OpenSea under an ETH, but not a lot of people are selling these chimps. They want to diamond hand them. They want to get those 12 free NFTs. They want to help small creators and other people throughout the space, even big creators. Like, I don't mind. Even big creators need a hand, so but mostly, we're looking for the Dustins in the NFT space. We're looking for the family owned. We're looking for the projects that help people, projects with substance, so to speak.
So let's say somebody goes and they purchase one of your blue chimps, and then they go and they sell it on the secondary market, whether it be OpenSea or wherever they decide to sell it. Now, is the new buyer from the secondary market eligible for the 12 airdrops that you're offering, or is that like a burn mechanism that happens?
Yeah. So what happens is each NFT that drops, they'll do a real-time snapshot of all the holders, and they'll make the whitelist so those people can go and collect their free NFT. But if say you were sleeping at the wheel and you didn't get in soon enough, and we already had a couple of drops, essentially, if we've already had 2 drops and then someone decides to sell for whatever reason, then they would be getting 10 more, NFTs. So, as we go through our roadmap, we've got 12 left, the full 12. So we have this month 2. So say somebody waits till January, maybe they're only going to collect 10 free NFTs. But, and we've said it before, the blue chimps on their own are, we're only just beginning. The free 12 that you get is just season 1. Season 1 of Chimp Tank. We're going to get 12 through that season, and we will have a season 2. I mean, there's a good high probability this thing's just going to keep going because, it's definitely a need. I don't think that need is going to go away. I think the NFT space, the more Web3 saturates, the planet, it's going to just keep going until it's fully saturated. And people are still going to need help. People need help every day. So I don't think that we're going anywhere. And I think the blue chimp on its own is a valuable NFT by itself. I think the 12 free NFTs is just a cherry on top. You just spend one day in this community and you'll find out that literally it's probably top 5, maybe top 3 communities to belong to in the entire space, just because of the positivity. There's no drama, there's zero bullshit. Like, we're literally doing business as a community, and we're literally making an impact and a splash. I think just today we're talking about like the biggest waves from the smallest group of people. And as long as we keep that going, I don't think blue chimps are going anywhere.
So going back to the Chimp Tank, the additional, I guess it would be 8 projects that you're going to be airdropping. Are these going to be projects that you're going to be picking from the Chimp Tank, or is that totally upon what your community is going to decide? Would it be maybe a project that you see down the road that doesn't necessarily come onto the Chimp Tank? Would you maybe onboard them?
Yeah, so the community, again, it's community, really community oriented. Literally, our guys, everybody who holds a blue chimp is, we have an open room, like every day a discussion. Sometimes there's 15, sometimes there's 25, just almost every day. And we're doing business together. So Chimp Tank is the mechanism. It was actually thought up by the members. Like they said, hey, look, when we're picking, projects to get behind, let's get under the hood in public. Let's feel them out. Let's meet the creators. Let's open up a space, even if projects don't make the cut. Maybe their utility isn't what we're looking for. Maybe it's this or that. At least those projects can get a little exposure. So even if we don't come in and buy 300 of your NFTs, at least you get a full hour and you don't have to pay some kook like $60,000 for a AMA. You get some really good free exposure for your project. You get some positive people behind you. You get a chance to talk about your project. A lot of times people don't get the opportunity that you go to a room with 200-300 people, and it's tough to get up on the floor. And then when you do get up on the floor, like, what do you say? They say, don't shill, but tell us about your project. Like, like what the hell do you do? So, it's one of those things where we kind of open the door for them, level the playing field. And then, some of those projects we say, hey, you know what? This is a fit. This is the one we want to do. Bada bing, we make a deal or we don't. That's kind of how, that's how it goes, right?
Yes, sir.
So how would somebody go about contacting you guys to get on one of your Chimp Tank shows?
So we can go into the Discord, the Blue Chimp Discord. It started off a little rough. The waves were choppy, but we got some really good guys in there, straightened us out really good. The Discord's really cool. Again, small but mighty, easy to communicate. You can pop right in there. There's a Chimp Tank Creator tab. So if you have a project and you want to get on Chimp Tank, just go in there and drop your links. We're literally looking at it every day. We look at every project that's in there. And someday you might wake up and there's a DM from NFT Geeks, and I'm like, hey, you want to do Wednesday? Like, pretty simple deal. Kind of like how you guys got us here. Like, just DM me. I'm like, who's this? And you're like, no, this is us. So I'm like, oh, right, let's go. So that's kind of the same deal. Pretty informal thing. But yeah, right through our Discord, there's a little tab for people to drop their project.
So,
and I pinned a link to the Discord up top too for you guys, and there's a couple posts up there you guys want to check out also. Sorry to jump in, just want to let you know.
Oh, no problem. Anybody can jump in whenever they want. This is pretty informal, man. I try to keep these like we're just having a casual conversation with each other. So if anybody has questions or anything, just throw them out there. This isn't just all about just me and one other person. It's a community effort here too. So when somebody goes and, like, let's say for Chronic Cat's purposes, so when Chronic Cat's his NFT becomes available, is it going to be minted through your website? Is there going to be like a DApp feature on the Blue Chimps website? Would it go through Chronic Cat's website? How would it go about somebody acquiring one of his specific NFTs once they own a chimp?
Yeah, so when he launches, obviously we'll put the official links available for his DApp at our website and in our Discord. There's a lot of scams going on, and we always encourage people to do their research and always provide a place for them to find safe links. And we have official links in our Discord for our project, so we'll be helping people get to those links. But definitely, I believe he's going to be on AstroZero, which I think we had a very long conversation today about with the zero gas thing. Like, everybody's like, what is going on here? Like, we're thinking, can we do more projects with you guys? Like, this is a big deal. I think Chronic Cats is going to be the first ETH NFT with no gas. So everybody's on standby. All eyes on you. Cannot wait to mint this NFT. And if it goes as smooth as Chronic Cats is telling us, and we're excited about, we're definitely going to be encouraging projects that we get behind in the future to go this route, because I'll tell you what, gas is a bitch. It's like, sometimes the gas is more than the NFT, which is another roadblock for people, right?
I was just talking about that before you came in here. I was saying, the one thing with Ethereum gas fees is sometimes it prevents me from wanting to buy an NFT because, if an NFT is selling at 0.03 ETH and then the gas fee is like 0.1 ETH, like sometimes it's like, is it really worth it to me? You know, and I think a lot of people think like that. I mean, it really comes down to the art and the project and community, but subconsciously, do you really want to pay somebody more money to acquire something? Do I want to pay more money for the shop at the supermarket or the steak that goes in the shopping bag?
Yeah, 100%. Like you want to pay for the plastic bag, $5 and then $2 for the steak. It just doesn't make any sense. But I think people have really, they've gotten behind Ethereum, and it does cut out a lot of the scams. But it sounds like you guys are on cutting edge, trailblazing in the technology to make that more affordable for people. So you can kind of have that, that buffer there. Plus, kind of you have the buffer to keep the scams out, and then you have the ability to make it cheap for the people participating. So super bullish on AstroZero and the zero gas thing. Cannot wait. Like if this goes the way Dustin is saying it's gonna go, like we're gonna anybody we get by, we're like, listen, you guys got to check these guys out. Like this is the way to go. So we're super excited about it. Cannot wait to try this out.
All right, so let's say I go out today and I buy a blue chimp, right? And I'm eligible for the 12 NFTs that are available through it. And do I have a certain deadline that I have to mint each one by? Or let's say if I forget and 2 or 3 months down the road, can I mint all three then? Or is it like a 30-day deadline and then I'm stupid and I forgot to mint and I just lose that NFT?
Yeah, so we're with Minting Miracles. What we've done is, and this is a little fluid. As we go along, obviously technology changes, and we're trying to keep up and just make the best practice for our people to have a good experience, right? Like we want our community to be able to go get those NFTs and have time. So we'll probably have a 48-hour time for people to go in and claim their NFTs. We're going to really do a good job within our community to spread that message and get everybody over there for that pre-sale deal so they can go in and ape those NFTs before the public launch. But we've got a commitment with them that, they're going to give us a year in case somebody, is sleeping at the wheel and doesn't get to, or life happens to them and they can't get to it for a week or something. And we have a very nice ticket system in our Discord. So when people have a problem, they can just reach out to us. We have an amazing world-class team who is like on the ball, seriously, like dedicated to this project. So when somebody has a ticket, we respond and we make it happen. So a lot of that's going to be, hopefully we get the majority done in that 48 hours, and then we just have a little bit of cleanup to do to make sure everybody gets one of those NFTs.
Now, one thing that I'm super bullish about your project with is you guys are not afraid to spend money. And I think that's really important to a community, that they know that you guys are willing to go to like pretty much any length to get your message across. And I saw that you guys did a New York City campaign. How did that go?
Well, so yeah, not afraid to spend money. That is correct, sir. We definitely are savage apes. Like we play big. When we go to Vegas, we play big, no doubt about it. But I mean, it's a good bet for me. I think this community, this entire NFT space as a whole is a really good bet, in my opinion. Not financial advice. But yeah, we play big. We play high stakes. We brought in Shaq for his first Twitter space. I mean, the New York City billboard, we did have a little bit of technical difficulty. Maybe it wasn't technical difficulty, a little bit of problem with the landlord. So we switched gears and got a different piece of real estate, but we'll be hitting a 1 ETH floor soon. Cross my fingers. I think that's going to happen. I believe we have about 4 chimps on OpenSea under 1 ETH. Once those 4 chimps find a good home, we're going to be, sending a big press release, having a big party, and yeah, that's when we'll be doing that New York billboard campaign. So a lot of fun. And that was through Sean Kelly, by the way, which he's a friend of the Chimps. Sean is a good friend. He's been very helpful for us, And we need more guys like that to reach out and help people, kind of like Sean does. So we appreciate him. But yeah, he helped us with that New York City campaign.
Yeah, we had Sean on with us a couple weeks back. Really nice guy.
Yeah, 100%.
So the pre-launch party that you guys had with Shaq and with David Gockstein, is Gockstein doing any sort of marketing campaign for you guys?
No, actually,
That would be a hell no, by the
yeah.
way.
Now, Gockstein is not affiliated with Blue Chimps.
Not at all.
He's not a holder or anything like that. He did come to our initial party, and I would say that we had a good time. The party was definitely fun, especially Shaq was there. We had a really good time with Shaq, and I think the entire community came in. But we I got to tell you, we were up against a wall. People thought we were, when we showed up, we're like, you buy this, you get 12 free NFTs. The first thing people thought was, these guys are scamming. This is not real. Like, there's no way this can happen. But I got to tell you that we came through 100%, and it is on and cracking. By the way, Blue Chimps is real, and it is amazing, and they are savage apes, like literally the best community. So, we from day one, I think when we first started this, I have a ranch out in California, and sometimes we have AMAs, and you can hear the horses going crazy in the background. They're like, "What's going on over there?" So, I doxed, showed everybody the ranch, and we have a good time, man, out in California with Blue Chimps. So, but yeah, we had a lot of people up against us in the very beginning. They thought, oh, this guy's just, they're bringing Shaq. It's a one-time deal. They're going to scam. But we've been here the whole time, and it's a very real project with a very real community and a very real mission. And it seems that we were exactly right. It's caught on like wildfire. Creators do need help, and Blue Chimps are helping. So it's been a perfect little deal.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we're all grinders, right? And so we knew that we didn't come out of the gates as fast as we wanted to, but we all knew that the best way to grow this thing was organically anyway, and it was just going to take some grinding, and that's what we all set out to do. And we're just thankful that the people we have in the community. I tell you, I mean, in the short period of time, I mean, I couldn't tell you there's more people out there, and I run several.
Did I get rugged or did he get rugged?
No, Crypto, I think you got
That was
rugged
him.
again.
Yeah.
Crypto, you're rugged.
I was just making sure it wasn't me.
I think Jack's back. I don't know what's going on.
So this is probably a dumb question, but did you pick the name Blue Chimps because of a play on words with blue chips?
Yeah, of course. It's always been a blue chip the entire time. Like, we knew it, like, of course, and just kind of getting back with Cryptomaniac, it was always meant to be tight, and it was never like selling out was never part of the deal. Whether we sold 100 of these or 500 or 300, the entire project was just to build a community that builds other communities. And that's why we were very strategic when we were first recruiting people. We went heavy in the BSC space. Initially, the first 20 people that bought into Blue Chimps was through the BSC space with B&B. We took a B&B and put them on the drop list. I mean, it's always been a project to build super savage people in the crypto space, put them together, bring them into the NFT space, and actually go out and build other projects. So we knew we were going to be small. We knew we were going to be mighty. And that was the entire background, like the entire point of this, the way we went about it. Again, selling out was never, it was never a make or break situation. Like, we sold a third, and we're absolutely happy with that. Our community, we started with 20 people and then grew that to 200 people. And I'm telling you, you just think about it. you sitting in a room with 20 really talented people, you can get a lot of stuff done. And we're in a room with 200 people. So literally some of the best minds in the space, some of the hardest workers. We have engineers, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have, people that work for Lockheed Martin. We have, Skunk Works. We have law enforcement, lieutenant of homicide. He's one of our regulars. He's in there every day. The guy with the challenge coin, Lieutenant Reaper. I mean, literally the best cut of people that you could possibly ask for in a community. It's like our entire community
You
is
got
those people.
Bitbirds. You got Bitbirds, baby. Blue Chimps. I'm just hearing about you now. And sorry to
Hey,
interrupt
what's
you,
up,
but
buds?
yeah, Chronic Cat, shout out. Hey, Elon, I love what you lot are doing, Elon One. You lot are changing the game right now. Astro Zero. We're going to the moon and back, so you better call Whelan, because we are the Elon One, Yeah. Shirley, I see you shining. Queen of NFTs, thank you very much for the invite. I want to shout you out. Freedom, all that matters. I'm giving you a follow. Beatniks. This your boy Bitbirds right now. And we got it cracking in the metaverse. And we got these apes, man.
Let's go.
Apes, man. We got these blue chimps. Blue chimpanzees, man.
I love the
This
fucking
guy.
energy.
Hey,
I love this
I'm wearing
guy.
a blue jacket. And my
Amazing.
favorite animal is a chimpanzee. So we're matching right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go.
So I got a question. The hot thing nowadays, it seems, is the metaverse. So do you guys have any plans in the future of doing maybe a game or some sort of metaverse project with the Blue Chimps?
I mean, I would like to. We have a lot of people coming on the Chimp Tank that have a video game in the roadmap, or this or that. Obviously, the Blue Chimps are definitely going to stay on the cutting edge. We love the trailblazers in the community. But yeah, everything's on the table with Blue Chimps. Like I don't think we're going to develop a game, but I wouldn't mind getting behind a game developer. If that answers the question. Like, we're bullish on all these projects. Like I'm looking at guys like Aiden Rich, who's down in the gallery. Like, there's a lot of super talented people coming out with some super cutting edge technology, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for projects with substance. So people with substance. Queen of NFTs. She's a blue chimp, by the way. Thanks for the queen. We couldn't do it without her. She keeps us grounded, all these crazy guys, and she's in there. It's kind of the voice of reason, keeps us straightened out. We love the queen. She's the queen of the chimps. So we have a really good time, man. I'm telling you, it's the best group with the best people. Like we just literally having a great time in the Blue Chimps.
I'm gonna say, yeah, if they got a metaverse project. So
Cool. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions or wants to just give a shout out, raise your hand, come up, we'll get you in here. This is more of a party than a real AMA, so feel free to give a yell out, shout out, if you want to talk to the
I
guys.
just want to give a shout out to Queen of NFTs. Yeah, she helps the whole community out from my own, personal aspect. She's a big help.
is that Raj?
Yeah,
love everyone. This
Yeah,
is
that's
Raj.
Raj.
Yes, I love everyone.
Raj changes her PFP more than I change my socks.
Oh, I
Right?
change my PFP 10 times a day, and I'm proud to swag all the PFPs I have, because what's the point of getting them if I can't swag them?
Yeah, Raj is like the NFT like glue between so many different projects.
That is
She
no
is
joke.
for sure. She like any space I've been in with her, she's just like going with the flow no matter what the flow is. And we've had some weird flows in some of these spaces.
yeah, Queen. We tell Queen, she's got the kindest soul, and she's just literally a go getter, man. I don't know somebody who's got more motivation. Like, she's just out and about, social butterfly, going through the spaces, rocking her PFPs. We love the Queen. So happy to have her in our community of chimps, for sure.
I can tell you, I can beat the robots. I can beat Shirley. I'm in more spaces than Shirley is, for sure.
I swear to God, Shirley's all over the place.
Yeah, you guys are both wild. I don't know how you guys do it.
So, what was the most difficult hoop that you guys had to jump through when you started this project?
So when we started, we were really originally set to go in December. The Blue Chimps were really never meant to mint in November, and we had to hurry up because we had the opportunity to bring Shaq in. It was a do or die. Like, we can do it, or you're not gonna get it. Like, it's this Saturday or never. That was kind of the deal. So we had some major technical struggles. We got a website up, like everything happened in about 48 hours. We got our Discord up on a Thursday. When we inked it with Shaq, it was up on a Thursday. We had 50 people. By Saturday, there was 2,500 people. It was nuts. So we did have some struggles with our website during this Shaq AMA. Our minting function was supposed to be going since 9 a.m. It didn't actually start working till about 11 a.m. So we had some major difficulties the first few days. A lot of people were like, "What's going on?" For the first couple of days, I didn't get my chimp. Like, we had probably a solid 3 or 4 days of struggle. And our team, the admin team on our side, our devs, everybody, like, we just literally put our head downs. We were working like 16-hour days. Like, we literally slept in shifts, like, got 4 hours, popped up, rock and roll again, and we straightened it out. We rebuilt everything, got it straightened out, and just kept on pushing. Like, that was probably the biggest struggle, was shotgunning this project, which, reflecting back, would I change anything? Probably not. Like, I was just telling everybody today, like, working with a community this size, making this big of an impact, maybe not having $1 million in the bank. It's one of those things that builds character. And I think we've become stronger because of it. And I think, the more lean we can stay, and the more we can kind of just, hustle our way through this, it's just making our people strong. Like, it's everybody in our community is just strong and vigilant. And so, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I would say that, yeah, it was a little rough, but would I change it? Probably not. I think everything happened exactly how it was supposed to.
How'd you get hooked up? How'd you get hooked up with Shaq?
Funny story. Shaq was actually, we one of the consultants that we hired for Blue Chimps knows his personal trainer. So the guy that trains him and his sons, the guy, he's like a world-class trainer. His name is Justin. He actually pulled in a favor from Shaq. Shaq wasn't going to do it. But we worked on him. And then what happened was crypto.com studio, the stadium, Staples Center, changed to crypto.com, and we got a call and said, okay, I'm in. So that's kind of how it happened. When the crypto.com took over the Staples Center, he was like, he saw the light, and it was on and cracking. But funny story. Speaking of Shaq, Elon, is he's actually a sheriff, and he's got a long history in law enforcement. So when we were doing our interview, we introduced him to Lieutenant Reaper, who is a homicide lieutenant in Kern County, in the deadliest county in California. I think we've had like 5 or 6 homicides in the last 72 hours. So the guy is just a top level detective. He hit it off with Shaq. So Shaq is committed to come back for his project. We're super happy about that. I think he's going to, we'll be seeing Shaq again, probably with that challenge coin NFT, where they're onboarding warriors into the metaverse. So pretty cool project. But yeah.
Yeah, I've known Shaq since I'm about 8 years old, so I was pretty surprised when you put him into the spaces. My mother used to work with his Aunt Vivian, so I've known Shaq since he played with LSU. Not really in touch with him before, but yeah, I used to We used to go out to dinner and stuff with him when I was a little kid.
Oh, bro, that's crazy. I think that's funny because like we were on the space, and he was like, "Oh man, my breakfast just got here." You could hear the room service showed up like right in the middle of the AMA. He's like, "I gotta go. I'm hungry, guys." You can imagine that guy probably eats a lot, right? He's a big dude.
Yep, yep.
Give me one sec. I wanna.
Sure.
Sorry, not Gio. I have my buddy just pulled up, so he's getting a I got a live studio audience here.
Oh, cool.
Good times, good times, good times.
So you're gonna eventually throw a party in California, huh?
Yeah, so chimp holders, they're gonna have the NFT SD coming up in April, California NFT convention. It's gonna be off the chain. And by the way, if you haven't been to California, you're looking to take a trip, do not sleep on this. California is one of the most beautiful places, especially San Diego. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's just beautiful country. And if you're gonna take a trip, the NFT SD is the one you need to book. Blue Chimp holders will have about a 6,000 square foot beach house. I've been there several times. We just went there. He's a good friend of ours. We went to the U.S. Open and at Torrey Pines and stayed there at the mansion. It's literally 6,000 square foot, elevator to the top floor, right on the water in Carlsbad. I think Phil Mickelson lives a few doors down, like literally like a $10 million beach house. It is something you see on MTV. The Chimps will be there swinging from the fences. We'll have our party fully catered with drinks. So that's going to be an epic party, probably Saturday night after the convention. It's on Saturday and Sunday, the convention. So Saturday night we'll probably have the Blue Chimp Beach House party in San Diego.
Hey, Blue Chimp.
For Blue Chimp holders.
Blue
Go ahead.
Sorry, just a question. What's the dates on that one?
It's April 9th and 10th in San Diego.
Okay, so basically, I think I'm gonna be in for 420. I'm gonna be in America, so I'm just working things out. April.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. No, if you want to do a Blue Chimps in the jungle, then we're ready to do some drum and bass or some house little party. And if you want some MCs, then yeah, man, I'm happy to jump on the stage and we'll do a 1-2 things. You know what I mean? We'll make a little stage show, make it all chimp themed. We'll do this fucking chimps out here, blue chimps, green chimps, bit birds. You know what I mean? We'll do everything. Chronic cats.
He's got cool beats. I love his beats, and he likes Indian music too.
Thank you, Queen of
Nice.
NFTs, man. No, I love Queen of NFT. She's just she's a connect that's she always invites me to good spaces, and she knows like I'm a bit of an edutainer and I like to contribute, so I'm always down to just give good inputs to anywhere I can, really. So yeah, happy to work with productive projects.
So if anybody has any questions or shout outs for the guys, raise your hand. I'll bring you up here. I'm going to start rotating people around a little bit because I have some requests. So if you have anything, shout it out. If not, I'm going to just kind of shift people around a little bit. If I do shift you down,
so you can definitely. So sorry to interrupt. You can definitely kick me out. I just I posted something on the board, and it's a giveaway. It's a real giveaway. So if you guys want to enter, you can feel free to DM me your address instead of posting it in case you don't want to post it publicly. And I really appreciate it. And thank you for everybody's knowledge and wisdom and sharing it in this space. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
Yeah, so I got a question. You guys seem to have like connections. It seems like it would be no problem for you to go after bigger NFT projects. Why did you search for the smaller ones that are more like, close to the heart?
Is that question's for Blue Chimps? I could tell you that we're looking for people that need to level the playing field. Some of these projects, you look at these guys, they have big AMAs with Farouk and Gary Vee and Aoki. I mean, you pull in a big top level guy, it's going to be 100,000 plus. I mean, some of these guys who are offering AMAs in the space cost $60,000 to $90,000. just to have an AMA, So some of the bigger projects are very well funded projects, but some aren't. And those people need some help, and that's what we're here to do, is kind of level the playing field. I've been in, definitely not as many as Queen, but I've been in a lot of Twitter spaces, and I hear it over and over and over. Like, people kick them off, don't show here, and really people just need to get their project out there. It's so hard. Literally, when I talk about the 50,000 foot wall, it's literally, for a project creator, it's literally a 50,000 foot wall to be successful. So, just imagine when you show up on Mint Day and you got 200 savage chimps right behind you on your Mint Day. Like, that's something that creators need. They need an army behind them. And sometimes it's just out of reach. Some of these guys don't have $90,000 to pay Goxstein. Some people don't have big giant money to pay, a A-list actor or singer or something to come on and shill for them. I mean, these guys need literally, they need help. And if we can give them that same value at no cost, and ape in and buy their NFTs a few hundred. I mean, you look down below, you look at Blockbots, Pixelsaurus will be there tonight. I mean, they can probably speak for themselves when we say, hey, you're going to show up on Mint Day and you already got 300 sold. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have that money to boost. So go ahead.
No, I do wanted to add though, just because of the initial Blue Chimps getting initial NFT, they literally ape the fuck in. I mean, just because they get one for free for being a Blue Chimp, that doesn't mean they're not buying on Mint Day, and it's serious about rolling up deep.
Yeah, and again, I think we touched on that, Dustin. You're exactly right. With Chronic Cats, who's coming up soon, will be, Blue Chimps are super bullish on Chronic Cats. Love the project. I cannot wait to rock one of those cats. I know Queen is itching to rock a Chronic Cat on her PFP. But yeah, we're not just settling for one. Like, this is just to kind of get our foot in the door. Like the Chimps, literally, we have Chimps, and Chimps wasn't a cheap NFT. It was, I think the mint was 0.34. Which is Shaq's jersey number, ironically. But it wasn't one of those that were like a gimme. Like, literally, you got to be a serious NFT collector to ape into something like that, and that's what we wanted. We wanted very serious people who had the same mindset as us. Like, we want collectors, we want creators, because it's going to take those people to help other people build. Literally, if we're going to build communities, we need strong people to build communities, and that's exactly what we're doing. Leveling the playing field. But yeah, Dustin's exactly right. Just because we get one free doesn't mean that we're not going to be aping the max. So, we're bringing a couple of hundred people to your mint party. Like, it's a pretty good deal. It's a win-win for everybody. So I feel like it's a big win-win.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Kevin Ferguson Jr. down there. Kimbo Jr., you're the man. Loved watching your father fight, and just want to say thanks for coming to the spaces, and looking forward to seeing what you have in store. Anybody else have anything for the guys here?
Hey, can I add a comment into that last thing that was asked real quick? This is Hershey, one of the Blue Chimps.
Sure, go ahead.
Also, they were asking why are we going for the smaller projects, the mom and pops, the ones that nobody knows about. If you think about it, when you're in Vegas and you're gambling, you're putting that bet down, you want to go for the underdog, because what pays out the most in the end when you put more work into it, that underdog, that little one's always fighting harder than, you got these communities with, 50,000, 250,000 people, and then you go in their Discord and you can't even get a word in because there's 50,000 things flying at one time. You jump in one of these smaller Discords like ours or like Chronics or Minting Miracles, and you can actually have a real personal conversation and get to know the people instead of just being another number, another NFT. You're somebody when you're a Blue Chimp, and when you're part of all these other communities. We're creating a super community, And being a part of Blue Chimps, being a part of Chronic Cats, being a part of Minty Miracles, and everybody else that we bring on, you're not just part of that one community. You got much love from all of us all the time. Not just during your mints, not just right after or before, but we're gonna have your back no matter what.
Hey, One Line, if you have a question.
Not a question, but a comment. And guys, thank you so much for spending your time here on the AMA. I know that, so I apologize, I've been in and out because I've had a couple calls come in, but I know that you said you weren't going to get into a actual like a development of a game, but anything's on the table. I was thinking, and hopefully nobody steals this idea for you guys, but it'd be amazing to do like a jungle metaverse, and each cave is a like a new element or a new world that you're walking into, the whoever you're supporting's game. So it's like direct access point. I just thought about that because, upstairs I think about the old virtual arcade games where on that platform you have like 900 games and it's just through one access point. And so that'd be a cool utility that you guys could have outside of already what you guys are doing that you could add in that roadmap.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's a super creative idea. And I love sharing ideas, by the way. I mean, I tell people every day, I tell everybody, I'm like, look, the more people copy us, the better the NFT space is going to become. If we're doing really good things and, people are copying that, good. That's what we want. We want people to develop. We want people to reach out and help others. The core components of this project, we want people to copy this. This is something that we need other people to do. Like, coming in, getting behind projects, keeping community the focus. I mean, literally, we're checking off all the boxes. And One Life, just to answer your question, like, I think the last two community calls that we've had, I mean, we've discussed things that we could be doing in the metaverse, and we're like, how can we help people through the metaverse? How can we, build on our concept, on our core values? How can we build on that inside of the metaverse? And I think, by the way, I think the options are limitless. I think we can do literally anything. And I feel like the people that we have in our community, I think they have the same vision. So, and to speak on what Hershey was saying, like building a super community, taking 20 people, making it 200, then making that 200, 10,000, and then making that 12,000, 22,000, like
Yeah,
building.
sometimes those 20 people are like 200 people. Sometimes those 30 people are 5,000 people.
Absolutely.
No matter how strong we are.
Absolutely. That's right, official. And that's right. It's essentially, you're exactly right. And, if we do a really good job, but like really all it takes is 20 to build 200, then the 200 to build 10,000. By the time we're done, maybe we have 100,000 people with the same ideas that really just keeps going. And like, maybe that's how we build the metaverse, like together, in a positive direction, drama free, with our eyes on the goal. I mean, literally, that is what we got to keep talking about every day, keeping our eye on the prize and building something. Like, if we don't do this, believe me, Elon will. Not Elon one, but or not Elon, but Zuck. Zuck will. He's gonna build it. If we don't build it, Zuck will. Right? So we literally have to keep going, and we have to keep going together, and we have to be positive and productive. Right? So.
It's like Charles Manson said that if you don't teach your children, I will or someone else will. So everybody that we want to bring in, consider them your children because they're children in this step here in the NFTs. And if we don't, then they're lost in the world and they will keep staying lost because someone else is steering them the wrong way.
That's right, Queen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that got pretty dark if we're using Charles Manson references.
I was gonna say, like, now, like, Queen, please adopt me. Keep me safe. I cannot deal with this. Like, it's stressing me out now.
As a wise man named Jeffrey Dahmer once said.
Queen's so funny. I'm telling you, like, but she's exactly right. Like, you don't want that guy teaching you. And he could be, he could have bad intentions. Like, I think it really does kind of highlight the point that I was making. Like, we have to be leading from the front. We have to be leading by example. We have to be doing to lead, and that's what we do. Like, we get together literally when I'm telling you the Blue Chimps is the best community, because when we get together, we put our heads together, we think it's something, and we go do it. That's exactly what happens. And I can tell you, there's a lot of people in this room that are part of those calls every day. I'm not just blowing smoke. Like, this is happening real time in the NFT community every day. And it's making a big punch, a big impact in the community. And that's what we want to keep doing. So, go ahead.
I have a quick chimp tank question. Is it going to be specifically designated to people that are doing art projects, or are you also going to be having people that are musicians and creators on there?
We've got lots of different creators. That's one thing cool about the NFT space. But I would like to pass the mic off to some of our chimp tank guys who help us up on the chimp tank. Right now, we've got Mr. Wonderful. He's our very own Mr. Wonderful. Iron Lotus, one of my favorite chimps. Hershey, another one of my favorite chimps. They're all really my favorite, but these guys are up here. So I want to pass the mic off. I want you guys to get to know these guys too, Queen. It's official. If you guys can, maybe answer some of these questions, Iron, if you want to take the mic there.
Sure. So to answer your question, the whole thing is unique, and we agreed to flow as things come up. So we are definitely not closed to just art projects or projects that are from music. We are open to anything, so anybody could possibly get a deal. One of the things I wanted to say, just to piggyback on where things were going before, about why choose to go with smaller, and how do you end up on this chimp tank idea, and then what happens when people start copying the idea and just sort of crowdsourcing everything. It is a benefit to the entire space, because at this point there's just a massive money grab going on, where everybody thinks that they can just come up with an NFT and they deserve to sell it and take people's hard-earned money. And when you create ideas like Chimp Tank, and then you see on the spaces, people are coming like, oh, shill your idea. People are just all of a sudden just doing sort of copycat stuff, which is great. You force people to dox. You force people to dig deeper into projects. You force people to actually admit to their weaknesses and what their stretch goals are and what they can actually deliver. And that helps the space in its entirety, because there's always a lot of, promise this, promise that. And when you can dig deep into different projects, you can really start helping people, because you'll have people who have all the best intentions, you'll have people who have bad intentions. But either way, you can dig through the nonsense, and then you can also find people with the best intentions, and you can help kind of point them in the right direction, how to get their message across. So to answer your question, we're open to all things, and that's why, starting from the bottom up is sometimes the best, because you'll find people don't have the resources, but they have some outstanding ideas and a lot of talent. They just don't know how to get started.
Cool, because I'm a really shitty artist, but I'm a pretty decent musician.
I've looked at your art. I think it's good. I wouldn't call yourself a shitty artist at all, but
You've seen some of Sub-Zero's art?
I believe it, because I looked through it. I mean, I'm not going to call it horrible. It's better than I can do, so
no,
I can't call it horrible.
Somebody made this PFP. This isn't my art. All I could do is draw
okay.
stick figures.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say,
play more music.
You haven't seen his art, or you're just very, very nice.
I guess I was mistaken on what was your art, but then I would say there's a unique opportunity for music right now, and that seems to be the next push in NFTs. So I would get busy working on something for music.
Go for the music sub.
Yeah, stick with the music.
Yeah, because Death Row Records has their NFTs out now, so they're going to be one of the first big players in it. Hop on the music's part of it.
Well, that's good, because they call me Lil Pac.
Oh my god.
They do. I've heard them say it.
I jumped on the Lil bandwagon. So anybody else have any questions for the guys here? I know they have a chimp tank coming up in 50 minutes. I want to be able to give them like a chance to defrag their brains before they have to head over there. So if you do have any questions or comments, or you want to just come up and say hi, we'll probably cut this in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So if anybody has anything, feel free to jump up here and talk to the guys.
I have a friend, Icarus, who would like to freestyle, and he has a big passion for uh, graphene cleaning the water and the carbon neutral and different things. I'll butcher things up if I explained it for him. Maybe I'll step down so that you can bring him up if you guys are too full on the speakers.
All right, that's good, Raj.
Thanks,
EDC,
Clean.
got a question? EDC?
Yeah, man. I just had a
It's
question for
Icarus.
Blue Champ. I don't know if you can hear me. I think my app's acting a little weird.
Yeah, what's up, brother? I
Yeah,
got
we
you.
can
I
hear you.
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, bro.
EDC.
Hey, so man, obviously I've been following Blue Chimps for a minute. I'm really wanting to cop a fucking Blue Chimps, man. So I I just posted on your guys' Discord if there's any way any of the Blue Chimps might be interested in like buying any of my NFTs that I've been collecting on OpenSea or down for any trades or something so I can get in, man. I've been trying to DoorDash on top of my normal job just for some extra cash. Trying to get my VIP upgrade for SDNFT, but also I do want to get a couple Blue Chips, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, hit me up in the Discord. I'm sure we can make something happen. We're always looking for people to join the team in a big way, and we want some talented people. Again, we need really talented people, really good, hardworking people to help build communities. So, by the way, if building a community was easy, everybody would do it. AstroZero, Elon One, you can probably, be the first one to talk about that. I mean, it's really a challenging process. It's really tough. So, yeah, we're open. We're definitely open to working with you, bro. Hit me up, NFT Geeks. I'm in the Discord. We'll make it happen for you, brother. Yeah, we'll make something happen for you. But yeah, you guys, by the way, there is a couple of Blue Chimps. I think there's 4 more available on the OpenSea before it hits a 1 ETH floor. It's literally a no-brainer. You ape into Blue Chimps and you get 12 free NFTs over the next year. And even more than that, you get to be part of something, part of this big wave. Like we're literally like dropping the smallest stone in the water and the biggest ripples are coming. So it's really a fun process. It's a fun community. I would encourage you guys, go ape those, go sweep that floor, go swoop them up. They're pretty good deals. You're not going to be able to get them that cheap moving forward. There's no more minting available. We've cut it off, and it'll be tough to get. As we go further and further along down the path. So, I would like to invite you personally to come and join us. And they're right there on OpenSea. You can check our website for the official link. You can go to our Twitter right here where I'm speaking, this button right where I'm talking from. All the official links are right there. Please don't click on any fake links. There's a lot of scammers out there, so please be safe and follow the right links. Go grab yourself a Blue Chimp and be part of something, small but mighty.
I just want to hop in because you've been speaking a lot about Blue Chimps and giving a lot of alpha, and I just want to put another perspective on it for everybody. When I first heard about it, it seemed to me to be very unique. Without just at its basic level, if you look at it, it's kind of like an ETF for NFTs, right? Or a fund of funds, which didn't really exist. Now, again, do your own research, call it what you want, a basket of stocks, a basket of NFTs. But when you stop and do the math at the simple level, you say to yourself, well, this seems like an expensive mint. But then you're like, wait a second, I'm going to get 12 other NFTs. So if you do the math right off the bat, if those NFTs were to range from anywhere from, let's just even say, 0.05 to 0.1, okay, you're covered right there. That would be number one. But then you say to yourself, well, wait a second, I'm going to be able to dig deeper into each product, each mint and each project and actually understand who the players are. Well, that's even more alpha, because how many of those experiences did you have with what you have right now? Did you know the creators? Did you actually know what was in their wallet beforehand? Was there a guarantee of anything coming your way? Probably not. Then you go further, Nick, wait a second, there's only 1,000 ever, and there'll probably be even less. And you say to yourself, well, how do these people who have 10,000 NFTs minting, how did they actually hear from every community member? And you say to yourself, well, that's not really realistic. If anyone here was in like the Makeaverse Discord, you would have realized when everybody starts chatting, nobody can get a word in edgewise. No, everybody was just a number. So you say to yourself, oh, there's less people and I can actually participate and I know exactly what's going on and everything's super transparent. All of that should equal value immediately. So if the green light's not going off in your head when you go down that list right there, then I would say it's very difficult to invest in NFTs, period, and maybe you shouldn't. Because I'm just being honest, because it's a risk to begin with. And there will be a bear market. There will be. It will happen, right? NFTs are shiny and new, just like, when crypto came along. There will be a pullback. But if you're with a strong project who gets a look into all other projects or many projects, who has a community that's going to be attached to other communities, that's pushing the limit in general, you're going to at least have your eye on the ball in terms of what's important and what might last through that time. So all that alpha right there, that's what pushed me over into the blue chimps. And, it's difficult for me to understand how people didn't see that in general. But hopefully, when you step back and you think about it a little bit differently, because I think that one of the great things about the NFT space is just the art, because I like art. And I think the artists need to be really respected and held to in a high regard. But then in addition to that, you need to be able to get through the nonsense, the people that are trying to take advantage of the artists and just push whatever for this fake utility and whatever else. And for that, you need a strong crew. So you need to mix the community with strong opportunity in a project with utility. And the only way to get there is to guarantee yourself some sort of return right off the bat. Those would be the 12 NFTs. And then get yourself in a position to understand what's happening in each project, where you get to ask the questions. Show me the wallet. You're telling me that you're going to give money to a charity? What's the mechanism by which you're going to prove to everyone you're going to charity? How are you going to take all of my good ideas? How are you going to get them from me if there's 10,000 people? What's the plan? Maybe you've built something awesome. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now, but I just want to get that across because it's a very unique idea, kind of like a fund of funds for NFTs.
All right, so we're going to do 2 more people, and then we're going to wrap it up. Icarus, Raj wanted you to talk, so we'll go with Icarus, and then we'll go to Anna, and then we'll close things out so you guys could get ready and do your chimp tank. So Icarus, you're up.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, thank you for the introduction, Raj, Queen of NFTs. I am Icarus. Since 14, I've been studying and researching carbon capture technologies and all the various sciences that would go into being able to do something of that sort at a multi-gigaton scale, sustainably and efficiently. And I have officially registered our team, the Diabolus Collective, for the X Prize carbon removal competition. And so this is something that I'm actively working on. And this has, been a life pursuit of mine for almost a decade. And so with that, I have many other passions as well. And one of those is music. And she said that I wanted to freestyle, which is true. Because so one thing about music for me and why it's so close to me personally is because I was born deaf 100% in my right ear. And so just being able to hear and, enjoy music is deeply personal to just like the experience of like who I am. So I was hoping if I could either share a song that I've already made, pinning it up, and or I can just freestyle right now as well.
Go for it, bud. Do it.
Let's go.
Let's
All
Let's
hear it.
go.
right.
Just
All right.
let's do it. I want to hear it.
Let me know if you can hear the beat okay. Can you hear the beat? Does it need to be louder? Just like give me some feedback. Does it need to be louder, lower?
Drop it, baby. It
My
sounds
vocals?
good, brother. Let's fucking go.
All
Let's
right,
do
let's
it.
go.
A little louder on the beat.
All right. All right. A little louder on the beat. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey. Reality simulation, just by saying the statement, it breaks the matrix. Maybe these drugs dissolve the filaments of my imagination. Self-hate when I meditate, it's Medicaid. Now I'll put this to my brain. Maybe that'll set up straight. Medicaid, other things on my plate. Always will someday be something great. Pull the pin, now it's too late to detonate. Watching myself fly to the cosmos, looking for something to follow. I'm not sure I'll compass. I can see tomorrow. In my eyes, there's 21 million stars. Couldn't tear me apart. We're like a couple 100 million neutron stars buried in your lap. I'm speeding, don't know where we are. Someone got the keys. It feels like an everlasting dream. I swear I've seen the scenes. Ice crack, another broken glass. On this rosy stream, burning my subconscious. No, I'm never gonna see. Past melody, demons trying to destroy thee. My energy spans infinity. Astrojection contest my proclivity. Ascertaining my right to answer data cynically. Watching minutes fly like a gas in seconds. They just think I'm guessing. This just mind flexing. Come and get your reps in. I'm overworked, overstressed. Always give 150%. Fuck the competition, never level till I'm dead. If you don't know me, my advice is save your bread. Save your bread. Thank you, everyone.
Let's go. I love it. It had
Love
a little Bone Thugs undertone there. I love it. That was
I was about
fantastic.
I was about to say the same thing. It reminded me of Bone Thugs.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was great. That was I could definitely like I could buy that CD, dude. Am I a boomer? I mean, I could listen to that like not on CD, obviously. I'm sorry.
So
But yeah, excellent, bro. Excellent.
that was awesome. We have our last and final singer on American Idol, Anna. Anna, would you like to say something?
Anna,
Wait, was I supposed to sing?
Yeah, you have to sing. That's the only way we're gonna let you up here is if you're gonna.
Encore. Let's go.
No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead, Anna. Go ahead. You don't have to sing. I was joking.
Oh.
You're all right. You know what's good. GM.
So I have a question. But actually before that, so what does the AMA stand for?
That
wasn't.
It stands for Ask Me Anything. It's basically just like
Oh, okay. That wasn't the question though. Actually, I thought that meant like I had to sing. Like I thought that was like the thing. But anyway, so my question was so like what actually like inspired you guys to do Blue Chimps?
Again, we've been in the space for several months. I come from political strategy. I'm a political strategist for public safety unions in California. I do a lot of big campaigns, and I got into the NFTs as kind of another option, just to get try to get away from politics as much as possible. It's very stressful. It's a lot of work. It's not very satisfying sometimes. And I can tell you that the NFTs, when I saw the NFT space, it was just such a relief. It was an amazing thing. I saw everything. I saw the the future with NFTs, with Web3 and the blockchain. I mean, so as I'm moving along in our team, we're looking at different things, how we can get involved, how we can what do we want to do here, right? And the more we went along, the more we realized, there needs to be there has to be a something to level the playing field. there's such a big barrier to entry. And we found that when we were going to get into the space. We said, I mean, obviously everybody looks at the model where you put, you mint 10,000, you have this big push. And what we realized was, that might've worked for some of the projects in the very beginning. But as we get more saturated into the space, things come into play, like, building a community, building a utility behind your work, a mission, like, what are you going to do? So, we found, like, it was basically, the answer was, we need to build a community that builds other communities. That's the play. Like I think Iron said, and Iron, what's the term that you used?
Fund of funds, or
yeah, fund of funds. So essentially, we put together this small group of people, and we never were. There was only up to 1,000 available. So we never meant it to be a really, really big community, but just a manageable community, something where we can go in, where we did everything in our power to structure the project, so we can just have super serious people who were into collecting NFTs and had the same vision as us. So we structured the entire project around that concept. But yeah, there was never going to be more than 1,000, and selling 1,000 wasn't a make or break this project. It wasn't something that was necessary. Like, we could have only done 100, but we did 3, and we're happy about that. We're happy with those numbers, because, like I said, again, this is a small community that builds other communities. So a community builder has to be solid, good structure. The foundation has to be good. If we're going to help other people build, we have to have a solid, rock hard foundation. So,
and then also just on
ahead.
top of that would be, after the mint, we literally got in a room and started chatting. Whereas instead in a Discord where everyone's just typing away, basically Geeks was like, let's get on a call. And on that call, we all started kind of going off on why we thought this was a great idea. And someone said Chimp Tank, might have been Samson. I'm not sure if he's here.
Yeah, it was. It's Samson. It was.
Yeah, so we give him credit for that. We were just exploring how do we want to dig into other projects, because this is an NFT about other NFTs. And we were vocalizing the idea of finding people, finding talented people, finding projects. And then Samson said Chimp Tank, like Shark Tank. And then we rolled with that because it makes perfect sense.
Well, really awesome. Guys, we've been doing this for an hour and a half now, so it's about that time we got to wrap up. I know you guys have another Chimp Tank to do in 30 minutes, so I want to give you time to get a little bit of a break between these two. Thank you for coming out. Everybody here, check out blue-chimp.io. That's their website. Follow them on Twitter here, and check them out on their Discord, discord.gg/bluechimp. And you guys are kick-ass. You have a great community, awesome following. Really looking forward to what we're going to be doing together in the future with the minting. We'll see how things go with Chronic Cats, and hopefully we could have a beautiful relationship together.
Yeah, rock and roll, man. Thank you guys, AstroZero, Elon One. Thanks for having us. Rock and roll. Let's fucking go, man. It's NFT Wednesday. Today we have Pixelsaurus coming on Chimp Tank, so would love to invite you guys over. Just kind of we've talked a lot about it. Now come and take a look and see what we do. So we'd love to have you guys. We thank you very much for having us, Elon One, AstroZero. Super bullish on your project. I can't wait to. It's like the Costco club for NFTs, like cheapest gas in the space. So we're super bullish on that. So thank you guys for making that happen, and thank you for making this happen. Appreciate you guys.